I'd like to share with you today what I refer to as the 3 treasures of Sobrevivencia. And this is coming from the perspective of someone who might be looking at this for the first time. Maybe you're over the age of 50, you're in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond. You've seen body movement, you've seen self-protection, you love the concept of peaceful conflict resolution, you're everything that's on that list right there. And you say, hey, I'm seeing this for the first time. We're going to take a bird's eye view. And what are these 3 areas where you're going to find treasure with Sobrevivencia? The first one is in the area of prevention. What exactly is it that we're trying to prevent? Well, I'm sure you'll agree that it's easier to prevent a fire than to have to put one out. So in the areas of health, and that includes mind and body health, all the movements, all the training, the quieting of the mind, the breathing methods, all these things are gentle ways of promoting health and function and functional health, because we know that as we age, there tends to be, typically there's a deterioration. So you can think back and say, well, I'm certainly not the same in terms of my reflexes and balance and coordination and as I was in my 20s, to give you an example. Or maybe, hey, I've maintained this pretty good, but you know what? I feel spent with my training routine and the things that I do. One uniqueness about SV movement is that you feel invigorated. You don't feel spent. There's no huffing and puffing after you do the movement. You feel better. It's gentle. You know what you've been through. You know who you are right now, and we're looking to make you better, but we're looking to first do no harm. So we're trying to prevent. We're also trying to prevent what? Well, physical assault, right? We have nothing. We're at a stage right now in our lives where we've been through a lot of things, and we don't care here to prove anything to anyone. We care to have a skill set that allows us to prevent, right, this physical fire, and it's so much easier to do that. Again, protect myself, protect my family. So prevention is one of the treasures that Sobrevivencia offers you tools to your benefit. The second one is preservation, and it's tied into prevention. What are we trying to preserve? First and foremost, we're trying to preserve our mind. And in the area of the mind, it's really important because we're trying to preserve thoughts coming into your mind that are just the wrong thoughts. So there's a whole training regarding that. We're trying to preserve our body. We're trying to preserve our lives, right, with a skill set that if we absolutely cannot prevent the fire, now we're going to need those physical skills, whether I have a tool in hand or not, so that I can put out that fire as a last resort and escape. Bottom line is, I'm here to preserve my life and that of my loved ones. That's the second treasure. And then the third P is promote. What are we promoting? Well, I always lead with, listen, one of the things we're promoting is peaceful conflict resolution. And if that doesn't appeal to you, just ask SV. I'll tell you, it's not for you, because everything is going to lead there. It comes from the perspective that we have the right to protect ourselves, and we have the right to protect our family. And then there's a hierarchy there, and we're going to try to do it at the highest level. We're going to protect ourselves, but also, I know this is a tough one for people to grasp, but also protect that other entity. In other words, I'm going to protect myself doing minimal damage to all involved. And in order to do that, that requires skill. But with skill comes responsibility, but you also have choices. You have options that you wouldn't have any other way. And yes, it promotes movement. It promotes problem solving. We talk about that, and just, not focusing on the problem because you missed the possibilities, the other big P, right? The big P word with possibilities that you have, the Sobrevivencia promotes, right? That way. So these are the areas, these are the 3 treasures that when you focus on, it's good for any age. The earlier you start, the better. But in particular, for those of us that are at a stage right now, this is our second act. And our emphasis, we've done all these things. Maybe some of you watching here are looking, you're transitioning into retirement, or you're already retired. Some of you that want to teach it, even the quote unquote business model for SV, for sharing it with others, is about simplicity. We want to keep it real simple. We don't want heavy baggage. We want to travel light, like a light SV cane. You see how everything, it's a lighter cane, it's gentler movement, you're winning with strategy, you're watering things down, you're giving in to get your way. When you put those three things down, that's what I call the three treasures of Sobrevivencia. And if it resonates with you, let me know. Go ahead, feel free to comment. You can respond if you're receiving the free newsletter. If you're not already getting our emails, just text the letters SVNL to the number on the screen, and you will start receiving. And then also, we just opened up a Sobrevivencia. Next week, we have on Wednesday, we have the immersion. And we're opening that up, the online, right? It sold out in the first 3 days. We've never done this before. We're just taking that segment. Why? Because Sobrevivencia is a standalone, it functions as a standalone art that is attracting so many, and the feedback has just been so great so quickly. And we were encouraged to go ahead and do that. And so as long as we're doing it with integrity and we're not sacrificing the value of what we do, then absolutely, I'm all in. So if that's something you want to do, people are already enrolling in that. There's a link here. Go ahead and go to that page, and you'll see that you have two options, because that's going to be closing out soon. And we're always available. You can give us a call at the 800 number, 800-289-8188. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.